So, Amber, how do you feel about Emma now that you'll be working together on the shoot?
She is very arrogant.
I'm sorry?
I think she is very arrogant and needs to come down to earth.
There was an awkward silence as soon as Amber said this. The interviewer did not know what to say. Emma's ex and now her number one enemy Nathan was present on set. He held his head in his hands. He was expecting the interview to get over without any controversies, but his fiancée Amber had decided to put Emma down. Luckily, Emma did not bite the bait. She's right. Maybe I do need to come down to earth. But nonetheless, I am grateful to be doing this shoot with Amber. She has been on the news alongside Caitlin Roberts. I think I can learn a lot from her. Amber beamed with joy and pride at Emma comparing her with Caitlin Roberts. She did not understand that it was actually disguised as an insult, which made Emma come across as the more humbler model between the two. Nathan understood the meaning of it though, and pulled Amber aside as soon as the interview got done.
Amber, what is wrong with you? Are you trying to sabotage the entire shoot? Why did you put Emma down like that?
What is wrong with me? I am finally getting my chance in the spotlight, and you will not let me have that either? Oh, do you really care about Emma so much and not about me?
No, that's not what I meant, Amber. Please do not cry. I just don't want any negative press around this shoot. You already know that Global has faced a lot of bad press because of Emma's actions. We can't let her come out on top again.
Don't worry, Nate. After I outshine Emma tomorrow at the shoot, the press will be all over me, and everybody will forget about Emma Miller.
Emma, Eric wants to talk to you.
Emma excitedly took the phone from Lisa. Hello?
You handled that interview pretty well. I thought you would react to Amber's comment.
I thought you knew me by now.
I guess there is a lot for me to still know about you. How are you feeling about the shoot tomorrow?
I'm fine.
Are you worried Nathan and Amber might pull some stunt?
If they do, I will be prepared.
I thought so.
The next day, Emma and Amber, along with Lisa, Ashley, and Gary, were all assembled in the makeup room. The two models were getting ready for the shoot. Emma kept quiet and was taking her time to get dressed. Amber, who was already ready and excited, was of the opinion that Emma was probably nervous, and that is why she was quiet.
Amber, since you're ready, we'll do your shoot first.
Great, let's go.
Amber looked pitifully at Emma, who was still taking her time to get ready. Amber felt like she was going to top this, and Emma stood no chance in front of her.
I've heard this model being compared to Caitlin Roberts. It'll be exciting to see what she comes up with.
Okay, let's get started, Amber. You look gorgeous.
Of course I know it.
Haha, I like your confidence.
Amber proceeded to sit on the stool, put her hand on her waist, and bent a little forward. She pouted her lips and wanted to look sensuous for the cover shoot. And that is exactly what the photographer did not want. The mood he had in mind was of elegance, grace, and beauty. He clicked his tongue and shook his head in disappointment, but clicked a few pictures nonetheless.
Okay, should we try a different pose? Something a little less sensuous and more elegant.
I can do that.
Amber tilted her head and smiled and continued changing poses after a few clicks. But the problem was that she was totally expressionless. Finally, the photographer got tired of the ordeal and wrapped up her shoot. Thinking that she had delivered the pictures that Danilo was looking for, Amber walked away snobbishly.
How can someone compare her to Caitlin Roberts? She was awful. Any professional model would have understood the theme, but she got it all wrong. Anyway, who is next?
Emma.
Is she better than this last one?
She's just made her comeback some time ago and was out of the modeling scene for a few years. But I have heard that she's promising.
Judging by what you have heard about Amber, I would say that Emma is equally bad, if not worse. At least the last one was more expressive. This one does not even have that.
Emma looked at the background and took a moment. Then she turned to the photographer. Should we start?
Do you have any idea about the mood we are going for?
If you don't mind, I would like to try something I have in mind.
She wants to try something. Let's see what a blunder she makes.
Emma sat herself on the stool and struck a pose which emoted a feeling of longing. She looked away and struck a pensive glance, as if she was waiting for someone's arrival. The photographer was immediately starstruck. This was perfect and clearly portrayed elegance.
Yes, yes! This is very good, Emma. Hold that pose.
Okay, let me try something else and you tell me what you think. Emma slightly positioned her torso forward, which seemed like she was about to reach out for someone. The photographer loved it. He clapped his hands and exclaimed perfect when he saw the frame. Then Danilo asked Emma to try a different pose which portrayed love. Emma used her dress to portray a look of happy glee, as if to depict that she had worn it for someone. It perfectly captured the emotion and brought out the elegance of the dress at the same time.
Excelento, Emma. You were brilliant. We have got the shots we require. But if you do not mind, would you please do a few more looks for me?
Yes, I will be happy to. What do you have in mind? Danilo and Emma discussed what Danilo had in mind. He wanted to now do opposite of hope and love and rather show a person who is deeply hurt and lonely against a sunny, picturesque background. Emma's face suddenly brightened up. She liked the idea of creating a contrasting look with the background. That's a brilliant idea. Okay, so maybe I can try something like this?
Sure. Take your time.
Emma looked away from the background as if the picturesque background meant nothing to her. With her face turned towards the camera, she used her eyes to portray grief and pain. Danilo was amazed at how good Emma was. He stood transfixed for a moment. His assistant had to nudge him to get back to the shoot. He quickly took the shots. Emma sat still as a painting. Danilo was grateful that he had got to photograph this model today. It had finally allowed him to showcase his photography skills.
So, Mr. Danilo, how did the shoot go? I hope the models did not create any trouble for you.
Well, I will tell you this, Mr. Davis. I shot with 2 of your models today. But the difference between them was like the difference between earth and sky.
Nathan was excited to think that Amber had outshined Emma, but then he remembered that Emma was not to be taken lightly either.
Can I have a look at the images, please?
Sure, be my guest.
Danilo opened the images and allowed Nathan to browse through them. It suddenly became clear to him what Danilo was saying. While Amber's images were dull and non-striking, Emma's pictures radiated perfection and elegance. Nathan himself was awestruck by Emma's beauty.
This is not good for Amber.
What will Nathan do? Will he jeopardize Emma's shoot to benefit Amber? What will Emma do next to save her career? Hi guys, Emma here. Don't let your excitement die. The full audio series is on the Pocketfm app. Tap the link in the description to install now.